Nice. So, jetzt muss ich nur noch... Uff. Ist jetzt schon ein bisschen laggy. Ha. Ich weiß nicht, ob das was wird. Vielleicht sollte ich auch einfach Discord zumachen. Ah, weiß nicht. So, ich brauche mehr Güte, das heißt, ich mache sauber.
Well then. That should do it for now.
Mhm. Hallo, Dero.
Hey,
Oh. Willkommen. Vier Monate machen wir das schon, das ist krass. Das fühlt sich an wie 2 oder so. Ich weiß es nicht. Bedenke, Maurice macht das jetzt wie lange? 1 Monat und er ist, er springt gleich zu Affiliate. Ich bin leicht neidisch. Aber nur leicht. Er ist auch besonders hübsch. Oha, stimmt. Ah.
good morning.
Ah. Ich würde mich auch direkt mit Mono verpartnern lassen.
I see. Hey, your phone.
Oh.
It's just Ryuji.
Doch nicht im Unterricht, Mann.
Ryuji again? He just never shuts up, does he?
Ah, Bay. Ah. Wir stellen keine Gegenfrage, wir sind chill. Ja, ja. Wir sind mega chill.
So it really was from this guy.
Wir lügen. Aha. Von wem ist eine sehr gute Frage.
Tell him. We need the name of the target.
Ha. Tja. Das taten sie, Mr. Smarty Pants. Futaba Sakura. Cute. Ah.
So he threatened you, then just took off?
Naja, okay.
Sakura? I feel like I've heard that name before. In any case, we should let everyone know about this.
We're gonna get reported if we don't do this? What the hell?
Ah.
Futaba Sakura? Wasn't Sakura? It's Boss's last name!
Welcher Boss?
Does he have any family?
Does he?
For reals? How laid back are you? Wouldn't you normally be introduced at least? I mean, you are living at his place.
Well, his situation does make things difficult.
Calling card was delivered to Boss's house. It'd be more natural to assume this is all related. One of the reasons for that is because Alibaba mentioned nothing about which Futaba Sakura. Perhaps he thinks that the name alone is enough. That makes sense. I believe it's adequate for us to think that this is the doing of someone close by.
Ah.
I see. I don't know how Alibaba got a hold of his smartphone information. However, since he's ordering us through chat, I do feel as though he's taunting us.
You mean this might just be a prank?
I mean, look at his demands. Pay me if you don't want me to leak who you really are. That I'd understand.
Huh.
But he's telling us to steal someone's heart without explaining why.
So we're being tested.
Regardless, I think we should ask Boss about Futaba Sakura once. That's probably for the best. There's nothing else we can do at the moment, and Chief might have an idea on what this is about too. I'll check the school's roster just in case.
We must make sure Boss doesn't figure out who we are.
What's up?
Aha. Wer ist es? Ist beides nicht so ein guter Gesprächseinstieg.
Why do you know about that? It's got nothing to do with you. I'm going home. Make sure you lock up the place.
Ah.
Looks like it's a hit. I did 3. Ja, ja. Lieber nicht Boss böse sein. Lieber noch mal nett sein und putzen gehen. Das ist wichtig. Aber wir können mal gucken, ob Curryzutaten da sind. Nein. Okay, keine Curryzutaten heißt erstmal
putzen.
Hey! Well then. Nice.
Das Café muss so blitzblank sein, so oft will er putzen.
That should do it for now. Hey!
So, heute auf jeden Fall wieder Yakisoba-Pan holen.
Yo. Tomorrow's the end of the first semester, but we still got all this lame shit coming up.
If you don't take care of this lame shit, you can kiss your summer vacation goodbye.
Oh yeah, about this Futaba Sakura girl. If she's related to Boss, think people living nearby would know about her?
Ah,
That's some keen intuition coming from you, Ryuji. You should have made use of that on your exams.
I never want to think about exams ever again. Anyway, asking around in your neighborhood might be the fastest way to figure this shit out. Then again, I doubt it'll be that easy. It never is.
Montag Versammlung, okay. Nein! Ich wollte Yakisoba-Pan holen. Mini. Ja, Teenager essen halt viel. Hallo. Okay, sie scheint nicht existent zu sein. Aber zu essen scheint sie. An unserem guten Curry ist sie anscheinend mit. Was? Ich meine, fair. Unser Curry ist ja auch sehr lecker.
So, up until now, the chief buys a lot of food. Far more than enough for one person living alone. Let's check out all the shops where you can buy food.
So viele Foodshops gibt's hier aber nicht.
This place is close to LeBlanc.
Hey there. Futaba? Over at Sakura-san's? I haven't heard anything. Come again.
Ah, Setch.
I think our only option now is to go home.
You read the letter, did you not?
So you're the one who tipped him off about Futaba. You really shouldn't have done that. I have no intention of talking to you about Wakaba.
Wakaba?
Tipped off? What are you talking about? Back to the matter at hand. Your parental authority will have to be suspended. I take it you're okay with that outcome?
What?
Considering the state of your daughter and your family overall, there are no points in your favor. Would you like to take this to domestic court? Our chances of victory are roughly 99.9% though.
Wow, how
With
mean.
these suspicions of abuse, there's no way you could avoid having your custody revoked.
You're going that far? I told you I don't know a damn thing about it!
We're extremely serious about this. As long as there's a possibility that cognitive science can be linked to psychotic breakdowns.
Fine. You win.
Thank you. I will contact you at a later date.
I doubt you'll find anything you want to hear, though.
That's fine. It will be up to us to decide whether the information you give us is useful or not.
Die Frau ist absolut gemein und threatened für ein Kind.
Next time I come here, it will just be for a nice cup of coffee.
And stay out! That woman is real good at pissing people off.
Oh, ja, der ist nicht sehr nett.
What's with that look? You got something to say? This doesn't involve you.
Oh,
That's enough.
oh.
Just behave yourself. Keep going to school if you don't want me to throw you out of here. You got that?
Ja,
Lock
so.
this door up.
Well, that basically confirms Futaba exists, at least. But it sounds like she's got her own problems. More so, our conjecture that Alibaba is connected to LeBlanc seems to have a pretty solid foundation. Oh, and didn't they mention cognitive something? I wonder what the chief's hiding. We can't really press him on the subject, though, especially after he mentioned throwing you out.
Naja. Wir machen uns wieder beliebt und gehen einmal kurz putzen. Because we can.
Hey!
In letzter Zeit bin ich ja ganz schön gemein zu Sakura.
Well then. Nice. That should do it for now. Hey!
Ich finde es wirklich uncool, dass wir samstags zur Schule müssen, so.
A woman was threatening Boss?
Yeah. She was going on about domestic abuse and taking the case to court and stuff.
What's up?
It's nothing. So to summarize what you told us, Futaba is Boss's daughter, and he's abusing her? I don't know him very well. Is he really the kind of person who would do that?
Er ist nicht mal da, um sie zu abusen.
I would like to believe so as well, but we don't have any conclusive evidence, do we?
Is it Alibaba?
Ah.
What a selfish person.
Well, he does have information on us.
Nee.
Anyways, is Futaba he's talking about have a palace? If so, we'll need keywords to get in. Try messaging him.
Wir tun einfach so, als wisst ihr genau, was los ist.
What are we supposed to do about this?
Ah.
We'd be able to figure out Alibaba's identity if we could just meet with him. Try asking him if there's any way we could meet up.
Mhm.
He can't go out?
Okay. Okay.
Huh? This doesn't make any sense. Not only can Alibaba not go out, but he won't let us meet Futaba either.
Well, it's none of our business now. We can't contact him anymore.
But what do we do about Medjed? We won't be able to get Alibaba to help us with them now.
Maybe they were just pranking us. They made that huge declaration, but they ain't done nothing since. I bet we got them freaked out.
You mean they backed out because they're afraid we'll change their hearts?
Yep. And now it'd just make them look lame if they came out and apologized.
But
I guess with Alibaba and Medjed out of the picture, can we just say this case is closed?
Yeah.
You do have a point.
Was?
I guess it is safe for us to relax a little.
Oh yeah! Remember Kono's treasure? Prepare to have your minds blown! We got 150,000 yen out of it!
Okay.
that's awesome! We can really go all out with that kind of money.
Yeah! Let's make up for what happened at the fireworks festival. We gotta go eat something fitting for the Phantom Thieves' worldwide debut.
Where would be good?
Ooh, how about sushi? I could really go for some eel too.
Ah, bestimmt Veganer all.
The best method is to fill yourself on ginger before beginning to eat sushi. That is my master technique.
Was?
You don't need to do that this time. Actually,
I'm all for sushi. You're okay with that too, right?
Sushi ist schon okay.
Then it's decided.
Alright, we'll go tomorrow night.
Hm. Ha. Wie die Tennos, nicht wie die Könige. Und diesmal lässt mich nicht mal putzen? Doch. Oh, der Windschirm ist ja super cute. Ich kann auch Curry machen. Wir haben keine Curry-Zutaten? Oh oh. Schon eine Weile nicht mehr.
Hey. Well then.
Trotzdem.
Nice. That should do it for now. Hey.
Sollte ich nicht irgendwann besser werden und putzen und das schneller hinbekommen? Naja.
You seem quite busy, Sai-san. I take it you're stuck in the middle of everything?
Huh.
The Phantom Thieves made a mockery of us when they brought down Kaneshiro. And to make matters worse, Medjed, who has been dormant for some time now, just declared war on them. How much more can they screw us over?
Stress is bad for the skin, you know.
Das ist nicht das, was eine Frau hören will, Kechi.
Did you come all this way simply to be sarcastic?
How about you listen to my deductions for a change of pace? You may think it absurd, but don't you think the case you're pursuing and the actions of the Phantom Thieves overlap somehow?
What are you basing this off of?
The one point of commonality across all cases is how those involved have an unforeseen change of heart.
I've suspected that myself, but those suspicions are unfounded.
I told you at the beginning that this was only a deduction. These just phantom thieves are riling up the public. However, that is a disguise. Their true goal is terrorist action by way of psychotic breakdowns. Is that too much?
Yes, it is too much.
There's nothing at the moment that falsifies that claim. Have you mentioned this to the police?
I'd never tell them such things. The only value they have to me is in their mobility and organizational capabilities.
It seems having you lend me a hand has paid off.
I'm glad to hear that. What about your case, Sai-san? Did you learn anything from the guardian of that mental shutdown victim's daughter?
Nothing at all.
I see.
Wow, okay, sie ist also a mental shutdown victim.
Now, what should my next action be for our victory?
Handle the Phantom Thieves without remorse. Use any means necessary to win. That's how I would deal with them.
Yeah, you'd be an asshole.
Very well.
This seems to be fun for you. Are you on to something?
No, not at all. Well then, to our victory.
Okay.
Ha! Neuer Ort. Nice.
All right.
Man, the flounder is out of this world. That texture.
Aww.
I don't see any prices listed here.
It's called market price. Don't worry about it. We got the cash.
So good. Hey, is the fatty tuna ready yet?
Hold your horses.
By the way, is Boss really the kind of person who would abuse someone?
No.
That again?
I can't get it off my mind. Especially if it means he could be taken to court. What kind of person is he? Do you truly believe he'd do such a thing?
Ich glaube an Boss.
If it's really true about the abuse, he'd be a no-good jerk pretending to be a guardian.
Maybe the chief is the one who needs a change of heart.
Hold on a sec. About that, I actually got curious after our conversation and checked his name in the nav.
Sounds to me like there wasn't a hit.
Right. Anything beyond this is his family's problem. We probably shouldn't get any more involved.
Wait, you think Alibaba could be Boss's ex-wife?
Wakabe hieß sie, glaube ich, oder?
He must have cheated on her, and that's where Futaba came from.
Doubtful.
Your imagination has run rampant.
How foolish. Still, this is delicious. I've never experienced anything quite like it before.
Man, and it's all thanks to us being the Phantom Thieves.
Nicht so laut.
Crap.
Fantastic! This sushi is delicious!
Ah.
Yeah! The fish is so fresh!
Everywhere we go, we hear about these Phantom Thieves.
What rubbish.
Idiot,
We
Bay.
are, Ryuji.
Sorry, it just kind of slipped.
My apologies for bringing up Boss again. We should just enjoy the food.
Nijima-san, what are you doing here?
Huh.
Akechi-kun.
Akechi? You're the ones from the TV station. Could it be that you're friends of Nijima-san?
Yeah, probably.
Do you know this guy?
It's nice to meet you. My name is Akechi. Glad to make your acquaintance, Yusuke Kitagawa.
How do you know my name?
Well, because I'm a psychic, of course.
Okay, he can be kind of fun. Das ist ein Punkt für dich, Akechi.
I'm only joking. In truth, I'm a rookie detective. You're a former pupil of Madarame, right? I have actually just recently joined the investigation team looking into the Phantom Thieves. Did you see that Medjed has declared war on them? War? Their website was updated just a moment ago.
For real? English again.
Wait, what?
What's it say?
Huh. Why do you seem so agitated?
Huh.
Oh,
She's, a huge fan of the Phantom Thieves. A total nutjob for him.
Ah.
I don't know how wise it is to be a fan of groups like them.
What is with these comments?
My apologies. I didn't mean to butt into your conversation, but I must say, this is an interesting group.
It is.
Prosecutor Nijima's sister, an ex-pupil of Madarame, and a few Shujin Academy students. It seems you're all connected to the Phantom Thieves. Perhaps you have better intel than I do. Ah, yes. I wanted to ask you something.
Okay.
Regarding this whole Medjed commotion, if you were one of the Phantom Thieves, what would you do? Unsurprising. I suppose you aren't interested in such gossip.
Sorry to disappoint, but we're just normal high school kids. If anything, we want to hear what you gotta say, Mr. Detective.
Ja, danke, Ryodi.
My profiling of the Phantom Thieves has led me to believe they are a group of juveniles. They have a relative amount of free time after school and a hideout to slip away to. Furthermore, considering Kamoshida was their first target, it seems they began activity around April. In a way, all I've just said about the Phantom Thieves coincides with the group you have here.
Das ist korrekt.
What? You gonna report us?
I didn't say I was being suspicious of you. Seems you're not perturbed in the slightest.
Nope.
You really are an intriguing one.
Wie ich das Buch auch die ganze Zeit balanciere, wie so ein Scharlatan.
I lack your calm mannerisms, but don't you think my deduction is an interesting one? I bet we'd make a great team if we worked together.
What? The hell are you saying?
Well, this has been a valuable point of reference for me. I hope to see you all again.
Ryuji muss wirklich an seinem Anger-Management arbeiten.
Do you think he's ascertained our true identities?
Na.
Nah, couldn't be. Right?
I'd like to say that it's simply us overthinking this, but we shouldn't forget that Alibaba was able to discover who we are.
True, but it's not as though he had tangible evidence to prove that discovery. Just keep acting normally.
more importantly, things are getting serious with Medjed.
Oh yeah, what did they write?
Here, I'll read it. We are disappointed in the people of Japan and their belief in the Phantom Thieves' false justice.
Aww.
Hence, we shall proceed with our plan to cleanse Japan. This process will commence on August 21st.
Cleanse Japan?
As a result, the
Okay,
Japanese
Nazis.
economy shall suffer devastating damages.
For real?
Keep going.
However, we are magnanimous. We will give the Phantom Thieves one final opportunity to repent. As proof of this repentance, we demand that they reveal their identities to the public. We will attack if these demands remain unmet. The future of Japan rests with the Phantom Thieves.
Ja, okay, aber dann tust du als Regierung halt einfach dir 3 Leute aussuchen, die ins Gefängnis müssen und sagst denen, sie sollen so tun, als wären sie die Phantom Thieves. Ich meine, no biggie. Also das zu faken ist ja easy peasy.
We are Medjed, we are unseen, we will eliminate evil. That's what it says.
Sounds bad.
In other words, if we don't unmask ourselves, Medjed will attack Japan, correct? And it seems they are quite the attention seekers.
What are we gonna do about this?
Only we could get in contact with Alibaba.
Our only clues are Boss and Futaba. Anyways, it's too damn hot out here. Why don't we go to Leblanc? We can talk more over there.
Okay. Geh halt nach Hause.
We went through all sorts of options on our way here, but looks like we got no choice but to ask for Alibaba's help.
Question is, how do we get in touch with him?
He cut off all contact with us after that misunderstanding. Then again, if we manage to steal Futaba's heart, he...
But we don't have any clues on what her keywords are.
Damn it, Alibaba! Where the hell are you?
Actually, he may be closer than we think.
Huh?
Hypothetically speaking, even if we stole Futaba's heart, how would Alibaba know that the deed has been done? Would he truly be able to discern that just from some messages?
Huh.
You mean he'd have to meet her in person?
Alibaba was able to deliver the calling card here. On top of that, he can check on Futaba's condition. However, according to the circumstances he put forth, he's unable to meet with us. This leads me to believe that it would be bad for him if we were to see the two of them together. It seems to me, Alibaba may in fact be Futaba herself.
Ah, smarty pants.
For real?
So she's asking that we steal her own heart?
Maybe she wants us to save her from the scars of her abuse. That would be hard to ask directly.
I'd like to meet with Boss. He lives nearby, right?
Yeah.
I agree. It's real late, though. What are we gonna tell Boss when we get there?
We'll say this takeout sushi is a gift for him.
But my fatty tuna!
No complaining.
Let's all go together. Boss may get the wrong idea if he and I show up alone. Nobody's answering. But the lights are on.
Think she's napping?
Even Boss would have woken up with how many times we've rung this doorbell.
I would think Futaba would have answered by now if she were here too.
Ah, the gate is unlocked.
Dude, you can't go opening other people's stuff like that.
But look, the door seems to be slightly open as well.
Uh-oh.
I wonder why. That's rather careless.
Whoa. It sounds like it's going to rain. We should get inside.
Do you think that's okay?
I don't know. Probably.
My apologies, Boss.
Ah. Are you clean?
Hello, sir? He's not out, is he? The door ahead is open, and I can hear the TV.
I hope he didn't pass out or something. I mean, Boss is kind of old, ain't he?
Ja, ist nicht mal so alt wie Dero.
I'm a bit worried. Should we go in and check on him?
Please excuse us.
Scream?
Huh?
How should I know?
Did you hear that?
Wahrscheinlich hatte jemand Angst vor Gewitter.
Let's get out of here, please! Can we just go?
What are you freaking out for?
I'm not freaking out!
Could it be Alibaba? I mean, Futaba?
Hehe. Alitaba?
Sorry.
Baba?
Can I hold your hand?
Ah. Langsam wächst einmal Kodo ans Herz.
I can sense someone's presence.
Who is it? Who's there? I can't take this anymore. I'm leaving.
Ah.
No. My legs won't move.
Ah. Dafür, dass sie sich freiwillig zu einem Kartellboss nach innen bewegt hat, ist sie schon relativ...
Alibaba! Futaba! Hey! Come on! Where are you? You're a hacker, right? Just show yourself! I'm sorry! Please save me, sis!
Are you okay, Futaba?
Crap, he's home!
Ah?
Who the hell are you? You hear me?
Ja.
I'm so sorry, sis! Somebody please save...
You? What are you doing in my house? You're...
Oh, good evening. We didn't mean to intrude.
Nijima-san. Wait, are you two dating?
Maybe.
We're just friends.
Friends nowadays get that close to each other?
That's not it. This, things happened and...
You kids are here too?
Yeah.
We brought you some sushi, but nobody answered when we rang the bell. The door was unlocked too. We could hear the TV though, so we got worried you might have passed out or something.
The door was unlocked?
Yes.
I do that sometimes. Guess I'm getting old.
Dero, müssen wir dich jetzt daran erinnern, immer die Tür abzuschließen?
Excuse me. There's something we'd like to ask.
You want to ask me?
There's someone else living here, isn't there?
Yeah,
Ah.
my daughter.
Could she be Futaba Sakura?
You told Nijima-san too?
Is there any way we could meet with Futaba-san? I think we may have frightened her earlier, so we'd like to apologize if at all possible.
Ah.
Well, that's...
Is she sick?
No, it's not like that. I don't want you all getting the wrong idea.
Uh-huh.
I shouldn't have kept this a secret from you.
Ja.
Let's talk at my shop. She'll hear us if we stay here.
Sie hört uns auch, wenn wir drüben reden. Ist nur weniger.
Now, where do I start? Futaba's mother and I knew each other long before Futaba was born.
Mhm.
Her mother was a bit of a weird one, but we got along well for some reason.
Das ist normalerweise so, wenn man ein Kind zusammen hat, ja. Man kennt sich dann schon eine Weile und man kommt auch meistens gut miteinander aus,
She
ja.
was sharp-witted, somewhat stern, a little socially inept, but always carefree. She truly was a great woman.
Okay.
I see.
When something piqued her interest, that'd be all she focused on. She always worked deep into the night. I thought that'd change after her kid was born. But having Futaba didn't do much.
Mhm.
Even with that, she always took good care of her.
Working and watching over a child at the same time sounds rough.
I guess raising Futaba alone turned out to be tough on her in more ways than one.
Okay, alleine.
There wasn't a father.
Do you mean...
Well, there probably was one. I didn't know him, though. She never said a word about him, either. She was single when she gave birth to Futaba, and single when she raised her. They were an ordinary, loving family. You could really tell how much she cared for Futaba. But one day, she left, leaving Futaba behind.
Mean.
Yes. She committed suicide.
What?
Suicide?
Threw herself into the street, right in front of Futaba's eyes.
Shocking doesn't begin to describe that.
It's gotta be devastating for a kid.
So... well, a lot happened after that, but I ended up taking custody of Futaba.
Oh, okay.
First, she was so depressed, she wouldn't even talk to me.
Was that because she couldn't get over her mother's suicide?
I kept talking to her, though, and she started opening up to me, little by little. That's when I found out. Futaba blames herself for her mother's death.
Aww.
What? But why?
That part she's never told me. I wanted to know what led her to believing that, but I decided not to rub salt in the wound. Then, a few months ago, she started getting real scared, even when nothing was happening.
Aww.
She'd say things like, "I hear voices," and "Mom is looking at me."
Visual and auditory hallucinations. Have you taken Futaba to a doctor?
Ja, wahrscheinlich schon.
I wanted to, but she refused. Even when I had a doctor come, she locked herself away in her room. Since then, she's become what you'd call a shut-in. She won't take a single step outside the house, or even try to see other people.
What about you?
She doesn't even let me come in her room.
That's pretty harsh.
Futaba is, well, a unique girl.
Das ist aber auch ein sehr unfreundliches Kompliment. Sie ist auch special.
She's so quick-minded that conversations with her tend to jump from one topic to the next.
Okay, sie hat ADHS. Wahrscheinlich leicht autistisch. Fine.
It seems like she's always coming to conclusions in her head. There's a lot I don't get about her. So, yeah, her situation is why I couldn't let you in my house. What Futaba needs is a safe place where nobody will threaten her. Somewhere she can be at ease. That's why I won't do anything she doesn't want. I won't make her do anything she's unwilling to either.
How nice.
And again, I know that's no way for her to live. It's all I can do, though. I don't know. She just asks me for things that she wants, like food or these complicated books. Well, that's that. So, can you just leave her be? I'm gonna head back then. You all had better head home soon, too.
I feel awful for prying into his personal affairs.
No way in hell he's abusing her.
The reason why Futaba wants her heart stolen must be related to what happened to her mother.
So she'd like to discard her feelings of pain, but can't do anything about it herself.
Aww.
Will changing her heart really help her, though?
If we can help her, we may be able to stand up to Medjed.
Aber...
Hold on a sec. Do we even know if she has a palace? Let's check. The Futaba Sakura that lives at Sojiro Sakura's house.
Candidate found.
Okay. Sie hat anscheinend einen.
She's got one.
So someone can have a palace even if they're not evil? Hey, Morgana. Where's Morgana?
I haven't seen him for some time.
Uh-oh.
So, ever since we went inside Boss's house?
Ah, kitty cat.
Somewhere around there. He'll be fine, though. He's a cat after all. The trains are gonna be shutting down for the night soon, so we should probably be heading home.
We have to go to school in the morning after all.
Oh, right. The urgent assembly.
An assembly? What about?
Vision has been garnering a lot of attention ever since Medjed called out the Phantom Thieves. So, they need to remind us not to say arbitrary stuff online and add more fuel to the fire.
We gotta meet up for every goddamn little thing. Talk about a pain in the ass.
I mean, it is our fault.
Anyway, let's contact each other afterward.
Ja, sounds nice. Ich hoffe, die komische Katzenfrau hat.
No way in hell he's abusing her.
The reason why Futaba wants her heart stolen must be related to what happened to her mother.
So she'd like to discard her feelings of pain, but can't do anything about it herself.
Will changing her heart really help her, though?
If we can help her, we may be able to stand up to Medjed.
Hold on a sec. Do we even know if she has a palace? Let's check. The Futaba Sakura that lives at Sojiro Sakura's house.
What the?
She's got one.
So someone can have a palace even if they're not evil? Hey, Morgana.
Kitty cat. Aber wenn Morgana nicht da ist, kann ich dann Sachen machen. Ich darf nicht mal runtergehen. Okay, dann mache ich halt. Ich gucke mir Filme oder so. Okay, okay, ich muss schlafen gehen. Ich darf nicht mal alleine trainieren, ja? Oh, hallo Eva. Aber Maurice weiß doch gar nicht. Ich sollte mir so eine Text-to-Speech-Voice besorgen. Weil Eva hat geschrieben, Eva revanchiert sich für das Geschenk-Abo von Dero mit einem Geschenk-Abo an Bonjour Maurice. Damit ist Eva weiterhin unangefochtener Leader der Geschenk-Abos auf diesem Kanal. Ja, ja. Maurice ist doch immer noch online, oder? Wenn nicht, hoffe ich, du hattest noch Spaß. Achso, ist schon fertig. Ich hoffe, du hattest Spaß mit Frank Rosin und so. Hab auch reingeguckt. Na, dann kann ich den Rest ja vielleicht wirklich noch nachholen. Das dürfte nicht so viel sein. Egal, wir spielen erstmal weiter.
I take it the chief told you about Futaba, and then you guys disbanded in relief for now? You can't underestimate my intel gathering skills, you know.
Deine Intel Gathering Skills sind bei der Person, die wirklich Skills hat, zu lauschen.
I was checking out the chief's house. I didn't think our Alibaba would be so young. Well, she's probably about the same age as you guys.
Mhm. Okay, also musstest du nicht viele Leute bannen. Das ist sehr gut. Hier werden auch keine Leute gebannt. Und zwar aus dem einfachen Grund, dass einfach nur ihr beide da seid gerade.
At least her voice was pretty young sounding. Oh, and she had long hair, too. At the very least, she's surely no amateur. She completely overheard your conversation with the chief.
Du kannst Dero nicht bannen, du bist kein Mohod.
Even if she can't take Medjed down directly, she might have some kind of lead on them. In any case, we'll need to rely on Futaba to get closer to Medjed. Let's meet up again tomorrow. How about we do it in here? It's way too hot outside. Anyway, make sure you let everyone know.
Ja, aber wenn er jetzt den anderen anschreibt, dass Morgana was rausgefunden hat, dann weiß Futaba das ja auch, weil sie offensichtlich Zugriff auf die Handys hat. Idiots.
Futaba Sakura? She had one of these palaces? Hold on. While Medjed was targeting you, you chose to deal with someone completely unrelated to them? Then how was Medjed... What you said about the Sakura family generally falls in line with our investigation. It appears you aren't feeding us a false testimony. If you're lucid enough for jabs, you can get back to your story. It's still unclear to us as to how the Phantom Thieves dealt with Medjed since their identity is unknown.
Naja, sie ist unknown, aber wir haben potenzielle Hackerin. Ich meine, Doxen ist ja wohl das Einfachste für einen Hacker, oder?
If you tell me something coherent, I may be a little more willing to believe you.
All right.
Still, to think the Phantom Thieves would have their hideout in the home of Wakaba Ishiki's daughter.
Wer ist Wakaba Ishiki?
What a coincidence. No. Perhaps it's fate. Regardless, we don't have time to waste.
Ach, Schule.
Seriously? I can't.
Hm.
Morning!
Ja, okay.
Man, that assembly had me bored to tears.
Ein Glück mussten wir es uns nicht angucken.
Huh? Did you have school too, Yusuke?
I'm doing laundry, so these are the only clothes I had to wear.
You really should buy a couple more outfits.
Come now, we didn't gather here to make small talk, now did we? Let's get to Alibaba's case. Well then, I'll start. It looks like Futaba was listening in on LeBlanc.
Mhm.
But why would she want to listen in on the cafe?
I have no idea.
Weil jetzt Ziehvater dort arbeitet?
It's just like Boss said. She's a tough nut to crack.
In any case, her hacking skills will be absolutely necessary if we wish to stand up to Medjed. Going by what she has told us, we may even be able to identify who they are.
You'll have to trust in her skills for now, then.
Anyway, we found out that Futaba has a palace. But can someone who isn't evil have one?
That doesn't matter. A palace is the materialization of distorted cognitions brought about by strong desires. That's all.
Das heißt, wenn ich eine strong desire habe, dass Maurice voller 8 Stunden schläft, dann habe ich auch einen sehr fluffigen Palast, ja?
It just so happens that a lot of warped people turn out evil. She's so young, though. Pain she's gone through must be the cause of her distortion.
Maybe that has something to do with why she calls herself Alibaba.
Na gut, ja, Alibaba war jung. Hat Alibaba Eltern? Nein, ich glaube sogar nicht, oder? Ich glaube, die Räuberbande hat tatsächlich seine Eltern umgebracht. Da war irgendwas. Wir könnten nachgucken, ich müsste das Märchenbuch irgendwo haben.
According to the chief's story, Futaba has auditory and visual hallucinations, right? There's a chance those are related to some important memories she's holding. It's hard to explain, but those memories may have been warped by the distortions.
Basically, we just gotta steal her treasure, right?
Well, yeah.
So do we all agree about taking on Futaba's palace?
She's asked us to do so. I don't think that part is an issue. If we heal Futaba's heart, it will not only help Boss, but she can then assist us with Medjed.
Wäre praktisch.
I agree.
I've been wondering about how Boss said a lot happened after Futaba's mom died too.
Hold on a second. Our investigation of her palace may not go like anything we've done up to this point.
Why's that?
Having an individual ask you to steal their heart is an extremely irregular case. There's no telling what the palace ruler's disposition will be like, or the distortion that'll be there. We may run into some unforeseen situations. Do you still want to go in?
Ja.
Alright. Let's just make sure we're cautious.
Well, let's get cracking on those keywords, huh?
The ones we have at the moment are Futaba Sakura and Sojiro Sakura's house.
We got the who and the where, so all that's left is the what, right?
Let us try going to their house first.
Boss is busy running the cafe, isn't he? We should make sure he doesn't suspect anything.
Important memories, huh? I'll be able to remember everything if I turn back into a human, right?
Du bist kein Human. Du bist eine Katze. Mensch.
That's not important. I'm talking about my memories here.
Ja.
I definitely want this mission to succeed. If we can retrieve Futaba's memories, then I bet we can get mine back too. In any case, it's not every day you stumble upon a hacker like her around. You really do have a gift, don't you? You sure live up to my expectations.
Ich hab Morgana gedisst, aber trotzdem tut sich unser Bond. Naja, meinetwegen.
All right.
Hey, they went on without us. Let's hurry.
Now the last keyword.
She's a shut-in, so we just gotta figure out what she thinks her house is. If she can't get out, maybe a prison?
Perhaps a labyrinth with an unknown exit.
Maybe an oasis?
Nothing so far. In that case, how about hell?
Ah, scheint
We
nicht.
don't have near.
If only we could ask her directly.
We can! Come on, let's go see Futaba.
But what will we say to get in?
What do you mean? We're sneaking in.
You have to be joking. Won't the door be locked for sure this time?
I'll take care of that. Oh, and I figured out where Futaba's room was when I snuck in last night.
Stalker Kid, Stalker Kid.
What if we run into Boss, though? There's no way we'll be able to avoid his questions.
He's at work now, so I think we should be fine.
Oh,
Getting cold feet, Makoto? Don't worry, it'll be nothing. We've gone through loads of shit like this already.
This is our only choice, right?
Weil die Frau hat sich von einem fucking Mafia-Boss entführen lassen. Und jetzt hat sie Angst vor Gewitter und möchte nicht in das Haus von dem Ziehvater von ihrem Kumpel eintreten. Also von dem Vormund von ihrem Kumpel eintreten. Also, ich weiß nicht.
I suppose Futaba did get in contact with him. Perhaps she'll at least be willing to speak with him? Very well.
this is Futaba's.
Ja, das wär ich auch gar nicht drauf gekommen, dass der Private Do Not Enter Raum der von Futaba ist. Sieht ja auch überhaupt nicht aus wie der jedes Teenagers. Mein, come on. War das wirklich Secret Inter?
Futaba-chan, you're in there, right?
There's no answer.
Futaba-chan, are you there? I'm sorry for being startled and screaming yesterday. It was so dark that I got scared.
No reaction whatsoever.
This is gonna be hard.
You're listening, right, Alibaba?
Ah.
Is it Alibaba?
Why is she only reacting to that name?
You're Futaba Sakura, aren't you?
She's not responding again.
Does she not like us saying her name?
We don't have time to dally around. We need her keyword before dealing with Alibaba's identity.
We want to learn more about you. If we don't do so, we can't steal your heart. The reason why we came here is because we need the keyword to enter your palace. That's why we want to talk with Futaba Sakura herself, and not Alibaba.
Huh.
You don't have to show yourself, just answer some questions for us. Chat messages are fine.
Okay. Okay.
Alright then. Our leader, the guy who lives in LeBlanc's attic, wants to speak with you. We're counting on you. Try and...
Ein Haus ist
Looks
ein
like
Haus.
you should ask something different.
Okay. Okay, warum?
Looks like you should ask something.
Oh, okay.
Die?
You think that's it?
Try entering Tomb.
Ah, Tomb war richtig, okay.
Searching for route to destination.
We got it.
Yes. You haven't forgotten your promise of helping us if we complete your request, right?
Okay, sehr gut.
Well then, let's hurry go. And clicky.
You idiot! Don't activate it here!
Warum? Wir sind doch schon drin. Weil wie viel näher kann man denn kommen? Ah, Summer Vacation.
Yeah, we see that. Wait, what the? Our clothes are still the same?
Futaba herself is asking us to steal her heart. It'd be odd if she saw us as a threat. If she doesn't see us as an enemy, then your clothes don't change. But more importantly, I told you to be cautious. Why'd you activate it like that?
Ja, nein, Brandenburg hat nicht so schön blauen Himmel. Wobei, das Baggerloch bei dir in der Nähe, nee, das hat nicht so schön gelben Sand.
Is that why we ended up in a desert? Where's the tomb?
Even though we entered right in front of her room, we didn't end up inside it.
She must really want to keep people away from her.
I see.
What a bleak feeling this place has. It's the complete opposite of Kanashiro's bank.
Let's hurry up and get going. Where's the palace?
Unter uns vermutlich.
Is it that way?
Oh yeah, there's something shiny.
A tomb in the desert. I see. Anyway, let's make our way there.
Pyramide, Pyramide! Wir können in den Mona-Mona-Bus einsteigen, oder?
Are we gonna walk?
Of course not. My paws will get burned.
I've been waiting for this.
I'll make sure to put the AC on full blast.
You're so considerate.
Right.
All right, let's roll.
Nice. Oh. Nice.
beats opening the windows to the hot desert air.
Okay, leichtes Fanservice.
Didn't you have mineral water?
I drank it already.
How are the guys?
Diane. Ah ja. Bay, that's not how you do.
Morons.
Is that it?
There we go.
Oh, it's pretty. Und es hat eine Stadt. Pretty and City.
It's so hot.
The AC ain't working at all. What the hell was that lukewarm air about?
That was the best I could do, so quit your yapping.
For real? You are so half-assed.
What was that? You wanna fight, punk?
Jeez, shut up. It's hot, so don't make me more irritated.
Hm.
To think her palace would be a pyramid.
Hey, a pyramid's a tomb, right?
Well, it looks nice. Ich bräuchte jetzt Mono, um das archäologisch zu analysieren.
Yes, it's a pharaoh's tomb.
That's how it's mostly known. There are a variety of theories on it. For instance, it's even said to be a device for reviving the dead.
Reviving the dead, hmm? It's beautiful nonetheless. It's perfectly conformed to the golden ratio.
Hey guys, can we go in already?
Ich wüsste nicht, was da ein goldener Schnitt sein soll. Eine Pyramide ist doch gleichförmig.
The melt.
Warum wollt ihr dieses Eingangsding? Das kann sein. Das sah quadratisch, das sah richtig eklig aus, ja. Oh. Okay.
It seems.
Indeed.
Na dann, gehen wir mal rein.
Yes.
Whoa.
Hm.
What to do?
Okay, ja. Das Auge ist sehr interessant. So, ich kann aber darüber und dahinter springen. Es muss ja irgendwas damit auf sich haben, dass es diese Option gibt. Oder auch nicht. Ich kann einfach nur Mitte oder Seite springen, okay.
This is amazing.
Diese ganzen Barcodes, die sich an der Wand da erleuchten. Bisschen creepy.
Oh,
Let's go.
Hey,
hey.
I can
beautiful.
Do you think so?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, is
That's Futaba's shadow. It isn't the real her.
She's cute.
Oh yeah, you've seen her face. True, this one's kind of dressed like a queen.
So you're Futaba Sakura.
Yes, she's very cute.
Hey, where's the treasure?
It's doubtful that you wouldn't know where it is.
Hey, say something.
Don't be like that! I'm sorry, Futaba-chan. It's okay. There's no need to be scared. So, can you tell us where your most treasured possession is?
This is going nowhere.
Let's just leave her.
Will you guys shut up for a bit?
Those who plunder my tomb, why have you come?
Ah.
She talked, but
What are you saying? You want us to steal it, right?
If you believe you can steal it, then try as you might.
That's rather defiant sounding.
Perhaps this is that tsundere thing, where someone is harsh or sweet depending on the mood.
Yusuke, it is not.
Considering the state that my palace is in, there is no way that you can steal it.
creepy child.
You killed her!
You're a plague!
What are these voices?
Murderer!
Why don't you say
Aww.
something?
Murderer?
You're the one who killed
It's all
her!
your fault!
This is horrible.
Hey, the hell is this?
Don't come
Don't
near
just
me!
stand there, say something!
It's your fault!
Murderer!
That's right. I did it.
What?
I am the one who killed my mother.
How?
What was that?
My mother exists here. I will remain here. I will do so until I die.
Ah, interessant.
Our clothes.
She sees us as a threat now. What's going on?
This again. Creepy child.
You killed her!
You're a plague,
What's with that?
murderer!
Why don't you say something?
Aw, poor Futaba.
Right. I killed Mom. I don't deserve to be alive. This place is a tomb. I'll die here.
That's right. Die!
Don't come near me!
Don't just stand there, say something!
It's your fault. No! Someone help me!
Aw.
Damn it!
This is bad. I'm having a hard time getting a grasp of our situation.
What now?
Ah. Full on Indiana Jones, ja. Oh, da sind Emoji auf der. Oh, cute. Look at that. It's making the face. Very kawaii.
Wait!
You're right.
So, und wo kommen wir jetzt wieder raus?
The date that Medjed is set for the alleged cleanse is 8/21. That day is fast approaching. The Phantom Thieves, whom they singled out, have not made any notable actions at this time. Will Medjed carry out their cyber-terrorism?
In order to stop them, we need to help Futaba Sakura before the 21st.
Ja, kriegen wir
Our
hin.
deadline is about 2 days prior, so the 19th.
Meeting up in Shibuya, then coming here is a pain, right? Let's make this place our hideout for a while.
Is everyone fine with this place being our next hideout then?
We must take care not to be discovered by Boss.
There's no telling what may happen inside that pyramid. We all need to be cautious so that place doesn't become our graveyard.
Man, this is gonna be one crazy summer vacation. We're dealing with international hackers and looking for a treasure in a pyramid.
It's kinda cool, yes?
Be enjoying this. This is a crisis of whether or not our group continues on, you know?
I know that.
That reminds me. While we were in the Mona car, you were staring at me with a dirty look, you perv.
Da hat sie recht.
Shut up. It was a great view. You guys were looking too, am I right?
Indeed. The pyramid's golden ratio was truly a sight to behold.
Gut, Juske.
It ain't what I'm talking about.
I wasn't staring Lady on. I'm a gentleman after all.
Ja, du hast sie nicht anschauen können, weil sie in dir saß.
It's not that you weren't, but that you couldn't since you were transformed, am I right?
Will we be alright like this?
Not again!
Oh, ist das Mami? Mommy ist a Hottie. Und das sage ich nicht nur, weil sie so ähnlich aussieht wie die Ärztin. Hm. Ha.
The sight of her palace bothers me too. We have to do this.
Eva hat keine Macht hier. Eva kann nur Lascherbons austeilen. Ha?
Was that Alibaba proving what she said earlier? Talk about a crazy thing to pull off.
Warum crazy? Eine Seite zu DDoSen und dann wieder runter zu gehen, ist jetzt nicht so schwierig. Ich glaube, wir geben ihr da wirklich ein bisschen viel Credit. Aber es war halt, wusste sie ja selbst. Oh, guck mal. Oh, diesmal können wir Curry machen. Ja, ich will Curry kochen. Ich hatte so lange kein Curry mehr. Sriracha? Nein, Rotwein, okay.
Yes. All right.
Oh! Well then.
Nice, nice.
Now then.
Oh, haben viele. Sind alle in Shibuya. Eigentlich will ich nicht in den Palast. Aber okay, da ihr alle in Shibuya seid, gehen wir halt dahin. Oh, ich kann auch sowas mit ihm machen, okay. Aber eigentlich will ich erstmal ins Meta-Universum. Danke.
Hey.
Huh?
What's up? What did you say?
All right.
I'm honestly surprised at the palace this time.
Oh yeah. All the other ones until now have just been normal cities outside of the distortion itself.
Thanks to that, we didn't even know we were in a palace our first time going into Kamoshida's.
That's still part of the palace, though. The city may not have been distorted, but it was cognition. Palace rulers may have been criminals, but they were social enough to know the city layout.
Ah, Futaba weiß einfach nicht, wie die Stadt aussieht.
Futaba probably doesn't. In fact, I'd bet she isn't even interested in the outside world.
Hence why the whole thing is a bleak desert. Understandable, considering her lifestyle.
I doubt many famous criminals are shut-ins like her, though. Hopefully that means we won't have to go through all this desert business in the future.
That might not necessarily be the case. Many upper-class citizens travel by limo or plane, so they don't know or care about city life.
A plane? Damn, that sounds pretty good. I mean, wouldn't you want to go to a palace way up above the clouds if you could?
I think a flying bank is quite enough, thanks.
I have to say, though, the topic of the area outside the distortion is fascinating. Depending on the criminal, there may be an exact replica of Tokyo within their palace. I would love to examine the aesthetics of such a strange place at least once.
But it's true that an observant criminal could have a true-to-reality city in their palace. Although even if such a place did exist, it's not like we'd have any use for it.
So, wir werden auf jeden Fall Mementos gehen.
Hey.
Ach so.
Listen up.
Okay.
Listen up. What a jerk. You can count me in. Nice. Yep.
Okay. C ist nicht so durch. Okay. Na dann auf nach Mementos.
Hey.
Come on, let's go.
Aha. Oh, nice.
much bigger is this?
Yo, Mona, can't you turn into some kind of high-powered radar or something? We'd know how deep it goes if you could.
That's impossible.
It would be dangerous to wander blindly. We simply do not have enough information.
Just driving around won't likely do us any good either.
Yeah, but the path keeps going forward. We'll reach the depths eventually, I think.
That again.
Naja dann. Jojo.
Hey,
Come on, man.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Well then.
Wir starten am Anfang und kämpfen uns runter. Wir müssen Blümchen sammeln. Wir haben da ein paar Willseeds, die wir nicht eingesammelt bekommen haben. Das heißt, wir grinden Blumen. Das ist uns erstmal egal, ich will nur Blumen. Ja, aber der Schatten ist nicht aggressiv und der ist mir egal.
This look and this hip. I just can't get used to it.
I think it suits you. Especially the whip.
Sehe ich die anderen Orte noch oder denke ich, dass es unten mehr Blumen gibt? Ich denke, dass es unten mehr Blumen gibt. Wir haben den vermutlich schon. Nein? Okay. Bin mir nicht ganz sicher, wann wir Stempel schon haben und wann nicht. Warte, ich kann da durchbrechen? Tatsächlich, interessant.
Oh.
Okay, jetzt komm schon, fahr weiter.
I've got good night vision, so you can feel safe even in the dark.
You're a big help, Mona. Thank you.
Okay, manche davon kann ich kaputt machen, obwohl sie weiß sind und andere nicht. Wild.
Joker, there's a treasure chest.
We've made it to the platform.
Okay. Der ist jetzt neu, oder? Ne, den haben wir schon. Okay, also haben wir nur den im ersten einfach noch nicht gehabt. Okay. Okay, ich verstehe. Okay. Merkwürdig viele Chests auf jeden Fall.
Does this car have airbags?
Don't worry, I'm fully equipped.
We made it to the platform.
Okay, den haben wir dann vermutlich auch schon, ja? Gut, gut. Ah, hallo, Flower Boy. Wir treffen uns wahrscheinlich weiter unten nochmal.
I'm sensing more shadows than usual around here.
Was uns egal sein kann, weil sie hauen eh alle vor uns ab.
I found a chest. Treasure chest spotted.
Ah, gleich zwei
Something
Stück.
good inside.
Okay. Ich finde ja, Mementos konnte ruhig ein Ticken heller sein. Aber hey.
Should buy a punching bag.
I would be curious to know the aesthetic placement of a punching bag.
Oh, der ist extra strong. Komm, den machen wir mal. Mhm. Okay. Erstmal analysieren.
Gunshots won't work. So try
Schwäche ist
something else.
Eis, okay.
Hi, Pixie.
Not that.
Persona. There.
All enemies defeated.
Okay, das war trotzdem noch einfach.
Ours.
A spectacular victory.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
That was an easy battle.
Oh, mister. Great.
Hey,
Mhm.
Good.
So, wie viel brauche ich nochmal? 400. Okay, okay. Aber das kriegen wir vielleicht hin.
Doing good?
We've reached the platform.
Okay. 400 brauchen wir.
Okay.
Ja, komm, den Ring und so rüsten wir später aus. Schon wieder so eine. Heißt das, dass sie stärker sind, oder? Nee. Oder heißt es einfach nur, dass sie schwach gegenüber Eis sind?
Seems like you've all gotten used to fighting. Nice job.
I kinda like using limbs.
...85, das ist schon mal sehr gut, ja?
Excellent. The platform. Shall we continue on or rest for a bit?
Reicht uns das?
Blech, I'm covered in dust. I request a thorough brushing.
Joker can do all that when you're back home.
Oh. Na, erkunden wir das dann noch? Warum eigentlich nicht? Okay, hier ist nichts mehr. Taplak.
Hey, you guys wanna grab some beef bowls once we're done for today?
No onions.
Ah, da ist er wieder. The Boy. Aber ich glaube 400 schaffe ich noch nicht. Ich schaffe maximal 100 hier. In der Tiefe.
Traveling on these rails? It feels like a scene in a movie.
It does make a striking image. Aesthetically speaking, it's not bad at all.
Hm. Also ich finde es jetzt nicht sehr ästhetisch. Aber vielleicht bin es auch nur ich.
We can get to the next area now.
Ach komm, lass uns mal wenigstens gucken, ob wir noch ein, zwei Blümchen finden. Ich bin eine Blume von der 100 weg. Come on. Oder auch nicht. Andererseits wollen wir auch nicht dem Reaper über den Weg laufen. Jada jada. Immer tiefer, immer tiefer. Mau, du auch. Ach, Odin. Ich bin hier, alles gut. Ja. Okay, das hat schon mal Blumen, das ist schon mal gut. So viele leere Räume. Okay. Ah ja, komm. Warum eigentlich nicht?
Hey, that's a rare one. Don't get ready. Ha! Damn, nice. That's a lot of moolah.
Ja.
Well, that's a treasure.
On to the next
A
trial.
spectacular victory.
It's a step forward. Okay.
A stylish victory. Look, a treasure chest.
Okay, eine Auferstehungszelle ist schon mal gar nicht mal so schlecht eigentlich. Schon einen schlechteren Loot bekommen auf jeden Fall.
Excellent. The platform.
Und das
Shall we
verbindet
continue
jetzt?
on or rest for a
Ah,
bit?
interessant.
I'm sensing a lot of shadows in this area.
Ja, aber es ist ja nicht so tragisch ist, wenn sie uns nicht angreifen. Ah, Blümchen. Aber wir kommen langsam hin mit den Blumen.
Joker, there's a
Oh,
In die richtige Richtung kommen wir langsam.
We made it to the platform.
Ah, aber es gibt hier vielleicht noch Blümchen. Lass erstmal nicht runtergehen.
I smell coffee a lot these days. Is that coming from Joker?
Maybe. Smelling like coffee's actually kind of cool.
Ist es? Ich finde, wenn jemand nach Kaffee riecht, sagt mir, dass er nicht genug schläft. Finde ich eigentlich nicht so cool. Ja, natürlich kann man das. Aber wenn du so viel Kaffee trinkst, dass du nach Kaffee riechst, ist das vielleicht eine andere Sache.
Wow. Haven't
Nein, wenig schlafen ist nicht das Beste. Pass auf, was du hier schreibst, sonst wirst du gebannt. Wir sind ja ein schlafpositiver Stream. Da werde ich wütend.
Then
Schlafen ist wichtig. Und richtig.
look, a treasure. Oh,
Ja, ja. Ein Glück haben wir für die Skillpunkte so haufenweise niedriger einfach gemacht. Ein Uja-Brett. Nice.
oh.
Ja, ja. Truhen öffnen, gar kein Problem.
Hey, guys. My passages.
Ah, und da ist unser erstes Ziel. Okay. Nein, so funktioniert das nicht. Oh. Das wird hier nicht geduldet. 8 Stunden.
Okay.
This is horrible.
Hm. Okay, dann verprügeln wir den mal. Sieht nicht so tough aus.
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
Ah, so strong ist er auch wieder nicht. Vielleicht auch nicht so smart, deinen Angriff zu verstärken, wenn du gerade fertig gemacht wirst. Okay, Wind ist schlecht. Ja. Normales sollte reichen. Oh. Bisschen gelevelt, okay. Cute.
What a skill.
Hm.
This is horrible.
Ha. Ein Schlafstock? Ich habe gehört, das brauchen hier einige. Na dann. Da haut man die Leute mit und dann schlafen sie ein. Blümchen. Sehr, sehr gut. Wird doch langsam.
Oh, the platform.
Ja, okay, ich nehme einen Schluck Eistee. Kein Ding. Kann übrigens sein, dass wir relativ bald aufhören müssen. Wahrscheinlich sogar nach dem Mementos, weil ist halt schon ziemlich spät, ne? Ist halt doch schon ein Ticken später. Naja, schlafen ist wichtig. Deshalb gibt es auch ein Schlaf-Emote, genau. Ja, ich habe erst 15 Uhr angefangen, aber wir streamen jetzt auch schon wieder 2 Stunden. Also ich weiß nicht. Ist halt auch nicht so kurz, ne? Du würdest rumjammern, müsstest du diesen Stream nachholen.
I see the platform. Should
Okay, Hälfte haben wir ungefähr. Aber ein paar Blümchen brauchen wir noch.
all right.
Ja, ich glaube, wir sind immer noch nicht bereit, José. Aber wir kommen hin.
Excellent. It's a treasure chest.
Hm. Ja, genau. Schlafen ist wichtig. Ja, dann beschwer dich doch nicht über kurze Streams. Das ist doch genau das, was du brauchst. Wir denken hier nur an dich und dein Wohl.
Is it just me, or is instant ramen even better uncooked?
It's just you.
Ah, wir kommen in die richtige Richtung. Du solltest vielleicht aber auch darauf achten, dass du 8 Stunden Schlaf bekommst. Und mit vielleicht meine ich ganz bestimmt.
Joker, there's a treasure chest.
So. Okay, müssen wir jetzt zurück und runter. Das ist natürlich unschön.
This car has a bunch of funny parts.
Meow! Be careful with that!
Okay. Okay, das ist schon mal gut. Noch mehr Blümchen.
The platform.
Wir gehen auf jeden Fall in eine richtige Richtung damit.
Oh.
Okay, let's go. What's going on?
Okay.
What did you say?
What was that?
Okay. Oh, sie ist ein Teddybär.
Do you think...
Der ist neu. Und keiner cute. Probieren wir mal aus. Probieren wir mal.
Let's go. Prepare yourself.
Let's go! Do us proud!
Naja, okay, dann mach halt deine Showtime. Ist die neu? Nein, ist nur die langweilige. Sad.
What have I done? Thank you.
Well,
Ein klebriger Haber. Way. Das könnte Morgana auch produzieren.
I can't see anything. Be sure to pay close attention to our surroundings as we move.
Schon wieder so eine dunkle. Nervig. Upsi.
Everyone be careful! They took us by surprise. These three are weak, but be careful.
Na okay, wenn sie eh schneller brennen, dann mein Beileid, aber du brennst jetzt noch mehr.
Don't forget this feeling.
Okay. Let's go. Focus.
Sobald wir herauskommen, gehen wir heraus. Ist mir wirklich zu dunkel. Mein Rechner hat nicht so eine gute, also nicht so eine starke Sättigung eingestellt, dass ich da jetzt besonders viel sehen könnte. Und ich habe nicht die besten Augen. Ah, ja. Ah, ja.
Electricity is its weak point. This should be no problem for you. Go!
Two out of the way!
That's not it. Persona! You're mine.
All enemies defeated. Just what I expected. Three of them, but
Ja, kein Problem.
Persona! Panther's scared.
Persona!
Don't run away.
Rabbit Snap!
Looking cool, Joker.
Persona! Go down!
Joker took one out. All right.
Come!
Und Bufo.
Rabbit Snap!
Okay, interessant.
Joker.
All right.
We defeated them. Okay, let's keep going.
Ich habe keine Ahnung, ob ich in die richtige Richtung fahre. Ich hasse es.
He found us. Stay calm and take care of him quickly.
Okay, das hat nicht gereicht als Attack. Ja, ja.
Three are weak, but be careful.
Warum die uns die ganze Zeit so bothern, obwohl wir einfach viel stärker sind. Ach. Ja.
Victory is ours.
Okay.
Defeated. Now let's push forward.
Okay, 300. Wir haben langsam wirklich genug von den...
They noticed us. Joker, let's silence them.
Nö. Greife lieber den hier an.
Hey, that's a rare one. Don't let it escape.
Come.
War eine davon nicht irgendwie extra strong? Ja, ich wusste doch, irgendwas war da. Ja, ja. Mach's weg.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
That was so easy, I'm yawning. They noticed us? Well, then we'll need to shut them up.
Nein, nein, ist alles okay. Ich will nur hier weg. Warum ist das eine lange Strecke? Ja.
Be careful. Can we win this? We're on the defensive. Watch out! Let's run! Persona still got the advantage. Give it all you've got! Take that! We defeated an enemy!
Let's end them. Ready when you are, Fox.
Oh, nice. Das neue Event ist da.
On guard. I'm running on empty, man.
Behold, a saucy, zesty masterpiece.
Okay.
Nothing better than this. Get out, dumbass! Here you go, my treat. Not bad.
Okay, er hatte einfach nur Hunger.
That was ridiculous! One enemy remaining. We all did great, huh? Nice work, team. I've awakened to a new power.
Okay.
Well, that's that. Now let's hurry on. Oh, the platform.
Fucking finally. Uff. Ich hoffe, wir kriegen jetzt wieder Licht. Bitte sag mir, wir kriegen jetzt wieder Licht. Also, hallo Boy. Es reicht noch nicht ganz, aber sieht nicht aus, als würden wir Licht kriegen, ha? Doch. Okay, gut. Uff.
The platform. We can
Okay.
descend from here.
Ja, das will ich noch nicht. Vielleicht schaffen wir es ja hier, alle Blümchen zu finden. Okay.
An enemy burning! Follow up with wind to deal major damage! The enemy is annihilated!
Okay.
You're soaked! This'll be a cinch!
Persona! Ravage them!
Ja, das war dann doch relativ easy wieder.
Spectacular victory!
Okay. Let's hurry ahead. $355 erst, das reicht noch nicht.
Mister! Hey, mister! Oh!
Hm. Tu mir mit den Blumen Mühe geben, keine Sorge. Weil kann ja immer sein.
Treasure chest spotted. Must be
Okay.
something good inside.
Why did it have to be this suit?
Quite a bizarre.
Oh, nice. Ach, ich hasse diese Steuerung. Dass die Karte sich nicht mitdreht, ist sehr unschön für mich.
Sometimes when you're in Mementos, you can hear someone crying somewhere.
Hey, stop it! La la la, I can't hear you!
Okay. Brauchen immer noch ein paar Blümchen. Nee.
They noticed us? Let's dispose of them before they make any noise.
This'll be a cinch.
It's weak to nuclear moves. Let's end this
Okay.
quickly.
Persona! Hi, Pixie! You're mine.
They're all locked down! Free! That was incredible, Joker! This'll end it!
Okay. Meiner wollte es so. Du hast angegriffen.
All right.
That was an easy battle.
381 und ein neuer Stempel, ja. Aber wenn wir jetzt lucky sind.
Who designed its aesthetics?
Mona, perhaps? It's nice. Very low-key. Treasure chest.
Ha, ich will noch ein Stück weiter. Ich bin so nah an den Punkten dran. Ah, okay, da gibt's auch nichts mehr. Gut. Müssen wir halt darauf hoffen, dass wir Rossi bald wiedersehen. Josse? Unsicher. So ein spanischer Name in so einem japanischen Spiel. Ah, da ist er ja. Sehr gut. Good boy.
I can't see anything.
Ach, das ist allerdings nicht so gut. Okay, wir haben die nötige Anzahl an
Joker, a treasure chest.
Stuff. Ah, und da ist er. Sehr gut, sehr, sehr gut.
Doing good?
Okay, und jetzt sind die zusammen, ja? Sehr schön. Daraus kann er jetzt bestimmt irgendwas machen.
Hey, Mister. Good.
Hm. Okay, das reicht mir diesmal tatsächlich. Dann muss ich jetzt manuell hochgehen. Okay.
They spotted us. Let's finish them quickly.
Everyone be careful. They took us by surprise. These three are weak, but be careful. Take this. Like that. The opponent's weak. Gunshots won't work, so try something else. Eat this!
Ja.
Three of them, but we're the better team. Persona! Go! Alert, Panther! The out of the way!
There.
Ja. Gib mir halt Geld. Okay, Eva, das ist ungewöhnlich früh. Oder hast du morgen so viel vor? Aber geh ruhig schlafen. Gute Nacht. Mach auch nach dem Mementos ja Schluss.
according to plan.
A spectacular victory!
Okay.
Oh, noch eine Station. Das klingt anstrengend, aber es ist vielleicht auch manchmal gut, was vorzuhaben. Good luck auf jeden Fall. Ah, fuck, nehmen wir die Tür halt mit. Sehr gut. Ah, sehr gut.
Spotted us. Joker, let's hit him!
Ach Quatsch. Sind die denn hier alle so aggressiv? Okay. Ah, ich bin mir vorbeigefahren. Shit.
They took us by surprise. These three are weak, but be careful. How is this? Persona! Take this!
Well, on to the next strike.
Nice work, team!
Check out this new skill!
Das will ich eh nicht einsetzen.
Okay. We've rid ourselves of those nuisances.
Joker!
Oh, upsie.
They took us by surprise. These three are weak.
Ah.
Be careful. The enemy's still standing. Go! Give it all you've got!
Victory is ours.
A spectacular victory!
Weil andererseits gut, dass wir noch ein bisschen kämpfen und ein bisschen Geld und EP bekommen.
No major setbacks. Let's continue on.
Das ist ja an sich nichts Schlechtes.
They saw us. We need to get them before they get us.
Okay, das ist neu.
Two weaklings. Beat 'em in one fell swoop. An enemy's target. Follow up with wings. Deal major damage. What was that? Persona! Feel my wings! Alright, Queen! Persona! How's this? Queen defeated an enemy!
Let's go. I lend it.
Warum nicht?
That's all of them. Not bad, Fox. Wow,
sind jetzt halt wieder ein bisschen lame.
Okay. Let's hurry ahead.
A chest! Talk about luck!
Okay. Okay. Wir sind jetzt zweimal da runter und zweimal rechts, ja? Ugh.
Shadows are so annoying when we're trying to push ahead. Oh, mister! Doing good?
So, und jetzt, was könnte ich denn kaufen, was noch nicht war? Warum nicht? Perfekt. Jetzt wieder da hoch. Ja. Naja, okay, dann kriegen wir noch ein paar letzte Erfahrungspunkte, das ist auch okay. Ich glaube, danach kommen wir raus tatsächlich.
The enemy still got the advantage. Give it all you've got! Nice job, Panther! We took them all out!
All right.
Next!
So. Jetzt müssen wir theoretisch ganz rauskommen, oder? Genau, Eingang. Perfekt. Ufi.
Huh? Did you change your mind?
Ah, you're back.
Mhm. Ich meine, es ist jetzt abends. Wir könnten jetzt zur...
Hey!
Ah, ich darf nicht. Weil ich könnte jetzt theoretisch zu der Wahrsagerin gehen. Andererseits ist wahrscheinlich auch noch nichts passiert.
Hm?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
you. Hey.
Okay. Können wir jetzt nicht mit Sotiro. Geht immer noch nicht, okay.
Mm,
Ah, okay. Dann machen wir halt sauber.
Well then.
oh.
Oh, wenn Sotiro da ist und wir putzen, kriegen wir sogar noch extra Sotiro plus ganz nice.
That should do it for now. Hey!
Oha. Mhm. Oh, okay, nice. Oh, es regnet.
Hey!
Hey,
Okay. Aber wir speichern jetzt einfach.
I'll just add this.
Und dann machen wir das nächste Mal weiter. Bis dann. Tschüssi, ihr Süßi. Wir sehen uns.